Hello everyone, hope you're all doing fantastic today. It is Friday 13th, that rare holiday in October. That means we are one day away from, as you can see here, the Monster Energy Cup 2017, which we're all very excited about, at least I know I am. We're going to be taking a look. Darkslides actually made a fantastic rendition so far. This is of course a beta, there's not, as you can see, tough blocks or anything on it, but we're going to take a quick look as we ride around and talk a little bit about tomorrow's race. I'm very excited. Every year the Monster Energy Cup is a very fun event for all the riders to get to. It's a little bit different. It's right after motocross, getting right back into the supercross season. We do have Red Bull Street Rhythm coming up, everything else, but at the same time, this is where it's at because, of course, you win all 3 races, you win $1 million. Sadly, because of Reflex, there is only 1 start here, but I'm sure he will have it split, as you can see by the lines. But we're just going to take a couple laps around and talk a little bit and, yeah, just kind of show it off for a second. And thank you again to him to let me show this track off. So let's kind of get around. So as you can see, there is no over-under yet. He's still working on that. You first come into a set of sand rollers over a interesting double table type section. This here, wow, that's actually going to be an interesting start. I was actually trying to slow up to show that there's actually 2 separate lines you can take here as you land, which is part of the split for the start. You can either double shortly and then triple out, or what I've been doing on the first, I only took about 2-3 laps on it before I got too warmed up just to know the lay of the track. And you could double and triple out, and then of course you go back into the outside. Interesting little left-hand hip here. I'm excited to see how it's going to work with tough blocks because it is hard to hit just right. Man, this is not a good start here. Then you have this backside double table type thing. Like I said, I have minimal time on the track. Just kind of looked at it to make sure I go the right direction. You got whoops. You got an inside little lip here to kind of have you carve in. It's interesting. I think he's going to adjust it. We'll see. A double back out. And then this is an interesting line. You go triple over, quad, and then single out. And I did that on my first couple of laps. I don't know if that's the correct way. I think in real life, from what I've looked at on the track walk, is they will go double or triple and then land into here, which they've showed in, as I said, the track walk if you look at it. And then they'll jump over, table off this, and then triple out or double single into the inside and get the inside line. It's kind of interesting. And then here you could double single, or I've actually a couple of times tripled over and doubled out all the way back to the start, and then I'll take the normal way once again, and then next time we'll take the Joker, which this year, didn't even get the speed into it. And that's one thing I think that he did a good job with on this, is that if you don't downside this double correctly, you cannot clear the whole thing over, and you'll land kind of on the over-under, which really isn't a big deal, but, it's still not going to be the fastest line. So let's see if we can actually get around correctly this time. So, but yeah, we'll take the Joker, which is interesting this year, because usually the Joker every year has been a disadvantage to the racers, and they have to decide when they want to take it, just like in Rallycross, anything else. It has an extra line for you to take. This track, they designed it that it's going to be a shortcut, and it's going to be interesting to see. Wow, I cannot ride today. It's going to be interesting to see how they really get around the track with when they decide to take the Joker, and I'm pretty intrigued about that. Like I said, it's the first time they've ever done it that way. Should have taken the inside that time. I don't know. I'm really interested. I want to see if I can tire tap off that. But this time, we'll just take the Joker. So as we come back around, and once again, great job on the track. Let's go through here. And then this trip is actually a lot shorter than you expect. You have to slow down a lot coming into it. Here's going to be the over-under. You come back through, and then you just have a wonky little roller here. And then it just cuts right back into the track right after. So it's going to be a huge advantage, and it's going to cut that entire rhythm lane out of the track. Not sure when the riders should take it, either early or late. A lot of people always say that Joker's early is the best way to go to get it done and over with. Some might do it late just to see if they have an advantage on the track. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see when the riders decide when they want to take it. Should be a fantastic night of racing either way. Eli Tomac is already kind of a favorite to win the mill. Wow, I cannot hit that triple in yet. But at the same time, with Moose Can being there, it's going to be interesting to see the battle between the two. Sadly, there's a lot of riders out that could have made it really interesting. I don't think I'm going to make the triple. Let's see. Oh, barely. If you don't make that right now in the beta, it's it's a big wall of quarter pipe there, so it's kind of fun. And once again, this is a beta. Do not take this as a final form. He said he is working on it quite a bit still to get it as perfect as he can. He wants to make it, oh wow, as one-to-one as he possibly could. And knowing him, he's going to do a fantastic job with the track. I really don't have anything bad to say about the track. It's a little bit underscaled compared to the actual... wow, that was an interesting crash. The actual track map that we've seen so far, but also he had to make it to scale for Reflex, and I think he did a fantastic job by keeping it realistic-ish lines. Seeing if I could scrub into that time. There you go. And then scrub out here. Not really. And, I don't know, I'm having a lot of fun on it so far. Like I said, this is maybe my... Oh, triple in. Maybe my now, like, 6th lap on it as we go through. I don't know. Really nothing bad to say. I like that if you hit this too fast, let's see if I can do it. Ugh, yeah, if you hit it too fast, you could possibly clear it. Well, actually, I just kind of did. But as you can see, it does give you rider reflex, and I have a feeling he's going to make it a little bit more challenging to get over instead of being able to huck your way through it. But if you do, like I said, line it up and do the short double in and then jump all the way over, pretty much a giant triple, as I should say, on the over-under, then you get a bit of a better line going into that corner and up into the crowd, which is pretty cool. Pretty much the Detroit turn up into the stands, which is always fun to see. Let's try this inside. I've yet to try it. Gotta brake hard into that. I don't know. It'd be interesting for a race line. I think that would make racing close and exciting. Oh, didn't quite get the scrub in that time. I'm wondering on some of these if you could tire tap through. Let's try this inside. I've yet to try it. Really got to slow up and then maybe triple out. Double single. Like I said, multiple race lines will make this a lot more fun to have people on, and it'll be interesting also for me especially. Oh, not gonna make it. And this is what's interesting, is right now, since there's no over-under, you gotta roll it over. But what'll make it interesting is once we do have tough blocks on it and everything else, it'll make the race lines a little bit more competitive and make the track a bit more realistic. As you can see right now, every once in a while I'm cutting like there. I wouldn't be able to do that with tough blocks and everything else. But, I mean, bravo. It looks really close to the actual race. Like I said, that Joker lane is going to be interesting to see. Disappointing to see a couple of great riders out, such as Baggett. So, you know, he's had that hand injury for a while with his thumb. Brayton is over racing in Australia, so he won't be there. Weston Pike is out. No word yet from the Stewart brothers, either of them. Which, I mean, honestly, I think by now we need to just start... Oh, almost was able to 5 out. Might as well start... not counting James anymore into racing. I highly doubt we'll see him back again. Malcolm, though, I'm honestly surprised that he's not going to be racing. As of yet, he might surprise all of us, but... seeing if I could get it just right. Only a couple of times have I tripled into that and made it through, but... I mean, fantastic track, a lot of fun. Once again, I'm really excited about the race tomorrow. Don't forget, you can watch it live on Fox Sports 2, I think it is, at 9:30. Well, it actually starts at 9 with the pre-show, but it's actually 9:30, the actual racing. And also on supercrosslive.com. Pretty sure that they're going to have a live feed going with the race at the same time. So, depending on where you are in the world, I'm pretty sure you'll have a way to watch it, or at least there'll be some, somebody streaming it probably somewhere. But either way, sorry for a lot of mistakes on this, but like I said, having not a lot of time on the track and really not playing this game much at all. Big thank you again to Dark for tossing this beta to me. Fantastic work as always. Really excited to see more, and excited to see this thing done. I mean, look at how great this track looks. And not only that, even right here, I haven't shown this off yet. Oh, can't really see it from here. Let's go back a little bit. If I was in first person, you could see it better. Let's just go on top of this guy and take a look back before we go. Did a great job on all the signage and everything here. I mean, it just looks great. I'm really excited to see the racing happen. And once again, Moto signing out. Hope you guys have a great day.